in the past. We're going straight on in to ban and protect.
Of course, now, interestingly enough, we see that Vesper taken away. Not so uncommon, but the MA is protected by Tony. Then we see Rapid Fire. Nonetheless, that's quite a standard ban. But the VMP as well taken away, Machine.
Okay, so Xerox was responsible for that, just trying to take that SMG away. Let's not forget that LDLC have been quite favouring the Kuda in the past. We have seen that in the hands of Zyla and Xerox, that's for certain. But you know what? I mean, it's more of a case of when the Vesper is taken away, they don't want to see that second easy fall for Pulse. They can pick up the VMP, but instead, hang on a second, some surprises. The Overclock, HTXD, Kinetic Armor, and was that High Caliber to round it out?
High Caliber at the end, yeah. For me, Overclock stands out there. I've heard and spoke to a lot of players, and you know, they think that these specialists are too easy to kind of almost get so quickly. Taking out Overclock, you're slowing that down. You're going to see less specialists in this game. It's a hard point game, so you know it's really kind of quick, a lot of action, but it's just going to slow the pace down a little bit.
That's actually really intriguing. It does, of course, throw Afterburner into the kind of guaranteed slot alongside maybe Flak Jacket onto Hardpoint. I mean, you kind of got the bit more of an easier perk decision to be making. And talking of specialists, Veziok picking up the Sparrow. We could be seeing some Legolas plays on the side of Pulse.
Yeah, I mean, an interesting one. Not sure if it's going to work, but I'm not going to question him this early on. You know, it's a different week, a different game mode. I'm going to let him have that. I'll be jumping on board with him, though, going 100%,
through. Man.
But I like the, I mean, the difference is Purifier on both, Scythe on both, and then we've got a Heatwave on both as well. So it's Tempest, Sparrow. I'm going to say, for me, LDLC, they're obviously coming into this the favourites. They're looking strong, and for me, their Protect and Ban, and also their Specialist draft look a little bit stronger as well. But for you guys at home, Evac Hardpoint is the map that you will be watching. Of course, in the background, you can see that as these guys change their classes. 1 minute to go.
Yeah, and I mean, the intriguing part here is just going to be how successful can they be, and how successful can Veziok be with that Sparrow? I mean, yes, it's got like an explosive radius. You could maybe try and break a hill or hold a hill with that.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at the War Machine, and I almost think it's a cross between like a War Machine and an Annihilator, because you can get that direct hit that just takes them right out, but you can also... You could just pop kind of 3 of your arrows into the middle of a hard point, square block, and it's going to put damage in them. If Flak Jacket isn't implemented, you know, 1 or 2, it takes you out for sure. So one to watch there. Other stuff, very, very standard. Let's go through that Pulse roster. We've got Jays, Azox, Veziok, and Pleaser. Pleaser being that new member replacing the Belgian Agony. And for me, I'm going to say Pleaser's the one to watch. And
on the side of LDLC, then, their rivals in this one. We have Tony on Tempest, always fun to say. He's really a big fan of that one. Xerox bringing in Scythe, gets him on the Purifier, and Zyla coming around with the Heatwave. So you have 2 SMGs. What's intriguing to me is Xerox has always been very aggressive, very kind of up in your grill, aggressive player, kind of headbutting his opponents if he can. But he's picked up the Scythe. Usually you see that fall into an Assault Rifler.
Yeah, for me, I think the swap was Zyla. Zyla's the objective player here. Getsum and Xerox, I think they're very versatile players. Tony is you kind of maybe sit back, your anchor more. But I think the LDLC have this mentality that everyone needs to do everything. And I love the mentality in Call of Duty, because when you have certain roles, it can almost, you know, fall to bits. But for me, you know, being versatile, being able to adapt in game is the key to being successful. As we load up, though, here, Evac Hardpoint. Let's get that score limit up to 250. Of course, if we don't reach that, then we'll go down to the time limit of 5 minutes. And that respawn delay is disabled.
Yeah, so keep that fresh in your mind, as it's going to be a very, very chaotic affair as these guys throw themselves towards each other, towards those hills. But then you also have these strange and these kind of built-up silences on the map, and you do get that initial hold. So we'll be finding out. It's going to be very chaotic at the start, though. Let's not forget it's going to be that initial breakthrough middle, and it's going to be coming down to who can stomach it the most. I'm seeing a couple of M8s. Is that 2 M8s, a Pharaoh, and it can't be a Vespa. Kuda. It was a Kuda. Okay, let's see what Xerox has got then, as he charges straight on into the hard point. He's going to get the initial kill. No, he's not. Pleaser. Kuda v Kuda, and his comes out on top.
Yeah, Kuda versus Kuda. Getsum gets taken down as well, but Zyla picking up a double kill himself. Tony not... the only player not to pick up one, but he's breaking in now. Let's see whether he can hold this. At the moment, Pulse get a nice start.
Yeah, let's see if they continue to do so. We do see Jays trying to do something, but every single time Tony walks on in, Pleaser's there. That's 2. Getsum is gone. And you can see, racking them up, that's just going to be 4 for him straight off the start. Marcus Zyla's in a very similar situation. Azox, though, holding the back with the M8. He's going CQB straight up close with the assault rifle. He's finding them. This is a pretty solid start from Pulse. They're on to the last 20 seconds, and it's the question of, do we rotate? It looks like LDLC very well are not willing to see this go down without a fight.
Yeah, 15 seconds. I'd love to see someone rotate early. Bringing that minimap up there, you can see it is LDLC who have this rotation. And for me, Pulse have got a really, really bad spawn. Let's see if they can break this, though. Veziok going around the right-hand side. He's got to go around the flank here. He's going to come head-to-head with, it's going to be Tony. We talked about his anchoring skills. Let's see whether he can lock it down. Does not take down Pleaser. Again, star player for the moment.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. 6 kills under his belt already. You can see Pleaser is on the way around. He's on the prowl. He's going to be coming up from that staircase. There's a whole lot of players to find, but whose back is turned? Oh, Zyla's got his head destroyed. Haywave comes in to break it. That's one. Not going to find the others, as we do see Xerox cooking up something spicy in the kitchen, too, for him. As Azox trying to take the place of Tony, who was holding bound. Not going to happen, though. Instead, we do see that kind of leveling out and increasing score for LDLC.
Yeah, LDLC really have kind of locked down the back spawn here. They're going to take the majority of the points, as you can see, but Jay's trying to answer back. Does get a double. Veziok picking up one himself. Actually picking up a double himself, but look how close they're spawning. They're going to get the scrap points as I think Veziok has actually locked down the next spawns. This could be a really big play for Pulse. Nice
positioning from Veziok, yeah. I think he's going to get pressured, though. You can see 2 people coming down for him. Oh, gets him. He doesn't need to pick that. He does, though. Tony is going to pick that one up, and he's going to reclaim control of that spawn point.
Yeah, and you can see Pleaser, to me, is just doing like a role of his own. He's going a bit wild, doing exactly what he wants. He's going to get taken down. Not going to benefit his team, but as it goes 46 to 46, we're seeing a very close game as LDLC strike out that scoreboard.
Yes, that's going to be straight up level. 47 then to 52 as they are going to be in that 3rd rotation now towards that kind of radiation, grassy knoll area. We are going to be seeing an interesting position from Xerox. Look at that, holding the angle straight on that wall run. It's a player just to his left, but there was also that threat of behind. It doesn't look like he's interested in it. Instead, he's going to challenge with a Kuda long range, and he's not going to quite find it. Eventually, Azox feeds it to him, but he's going to go down for his troubles. And looks like LDLC have managed to hold on to this one pretty uncontested so far.
Yeah, LDLC have managed to kind of dominate the map and almost be a bit more cautious of where people are spawning. I think that's one thing that Pulse aren't taking into consider as much, is just where they're going to spawn, because LDLC just seem to be moving around a lot more fluid. And if you like, I mean, here's a prime example. You can see that even though the rotation has come in, they're not rushing it. They're going slow, they're picking up the kills, and they're going to push out this next hard point, which at the moment is in favor of Pulse. I eat my own words. Pleaser does get taken down. Let's jump back on board with Getsum. He's 8 and 8. Heatwave goes down.
Yeah, Heatwave's going to net Zyla just the one. He looks like the RK5 could do the rest. Getsum does pick it up with a sidearm. One more outside. It's Azox. He's going to struggle. I was going to say struggle versus the Pharaoh or not. Tim and Jays get all 4 they need. A full squad wipe. And now we're going to be oh, I was about to say we're going to be seeing the Sparrow come in. All that hard work. Veziok, that curveball, not so good.
Yeah, and I mean, we touched on it a few times. The Sparrow is a very, very high-risk specialist to use if you can pull it off. You know, fair play to you. But at the moment, we see LDLC shutting that down, nearly breaching the 100-point mark as they break into the point. Tony and Xerox going to pick up a double each.
Oh, he has sight. Is he going to take the risk? I don't think he needs to. His teammates are doing all the work. There's only 10 seconds left on the hill. Instead, he's going to put that one in his back pocket for now. 2 players around the corner. I think he knows that hip fire could be enough. No. Again, Pleaser finds his 13th. Incredible slaying from him, as well as the 40 seconds he's already managed to get under his belt on the hill itself. But talking of times, look at LDLC in comparison to Pulse. So many of them have spent time on the hard point. Well, 3 of them are breaching 40 seconds.
Yeah, it seems to me that they're almost working as a bit of a team more. I mean, Xerox, I'm just going to jump on board with him. He has the sight. And it just locking down the cuts here, you know, he doesn't need to watch his, I was going to say his back, because his teammate has it, but Jays is broken. Let's see what Jays is doing. He's picking up 13, and he's now unlocked the Purifier.
Oh, dear.
2 7-techs as well. That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, this could actually spell trouble for them. That Purifier in that kind of choke point, in that central area, could get very dicey for his opponents, but doesn't look like LDLC are having any problems so far. Tony's found 2. Now the Kuda comes out to play, just the 1, as Tony fighting back, and now Azox with the RK5. We are seeing the bodies start to pile up, and it does look like Pulse are going to be able to maintain this for the remainder of those 10 seconds.
Yeah, I would have really liked to see the Purifier pulled out there. I think he would have been able to lock down, you know, this whole channel, but he's saving it for a better time, maybe for himself. He's just going to watch the flank, and it's actually a split spawn. LDLC have got the back spawn, but 2 of them have spawned down. It's going to go in their favor for sure. Xerox and Tony picking up 1, and Pleaser's trying to do everything he can. He's shut down by Zyla. And now we see once again the hill go in favor of LDLC as they extend their lead.
Xerox and Zyla, man, they're always so deadly, and they always seem to come as a pair, as we're going to be seeing Xerox this time, who's actually made himself known, but suddenly slides down the staircase. He waved to break it. Zyla using it defensively, and that is fun to see. Now Tony is going to come in with the MR6, surely not two. So close, one more bullet would have done it, but no, Veziok gets it, and we are going to be seeing Pulse get to that 110 marker and more. Looking to break through, though, is going to be Zyla. He's going to throw in that flashbang and try and come in with his teammate.
Yeah, flashbang goes in, but the attack mass coming in for the boys on Pulse. That kind of just, nullified that. They didn't even, feel the wrath of Zyla at all, and they're going to finalize things. They're going to get a little bit further into the game. We're going to see about a 10-point game going into this next hard point. For me, LDLC does have this lockdown, unless Veziok struggling with that kill, actually. Yeah, managed to find out eventually onto Xerox, and now he's going to have to challenge up towards this main vent. It's not an easy one to connect. He isn't going to be able to get it. Gets him too strong. Look at this movement from Jace, though, coming right behind. He still hasn't used that Purifier. It doesn't look like he's going to win out on this one. Surely not. No, Zyla gets him in the end, trying to challenge with the hipfire, taking a risk, and doesn't manage to net himself the reward, as we do now sit at 160 and closing, as LDLC have taken control. Interesting thing about this game, when you just kind of take a step back and look at how it's playing out, is there's no score streaks at all. No one's kind of racked up, a 4-kill streak, 5-kill streak. They've eventually got their specialists, but no one's kind of making outstanding plays. It's just LDLC as a team just seems to be outshining them just a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. You know who's someone that we have given enough screen time is Tony. He's been very influential with the M8, as you did see there. He's very much playing that anchor role, as you've already highlighted. And just 30 seconds on the point, he is playing that kind of external supportive role for his team, and he's doing it incredibly well.
Yeah, M8 still in hand, though. Pushing as a team, I love this. You can see all three of them pushing. They're going to gain control of this. I mean, look, they've got the scrap point and they've got the new hard point. What is Pulse doing at the moment, really, to kind of almost challenge this 60-point game?
Yeah, and that's unforgivable. Truly it is. You cannot see the hard point being held by one, 3 players rotating, and not challenge that initial hold. Look at that. They're still holding on to an LDLC. This lead is going to grow exponentially unless Pulse have something to say about it. Looking to find it. No, Tony shut down by Veziok's Cuda, and now looking to find a second, but no. Quick traded out by Xerox. Great stuff from him as he finds his 26th kill so
there's
far.
Getsum's Purifier. He's just picked up 2 there. Can he pick up any more? 30 seconds left on this, but it just looks like LDLC are running away with this game.
Pulse not looking to challenge. I think they want to push as a unit, but you have to kind of group numbers fast, because numbers, they're going to be your worst enemy. Could not talking at 2-2-4. It's closing, and it's closing fast.
Yeah, they've actually managed to gain control of this. However, only going to be the last 15 seconds. We're going to see the rotation go for a 3rd time, actually, now into the middle hard point. Will Pulse be able to bring this back? It looks, for me, LDLC, they're just running away with it, but we'll have to wait and see.
It comes down to this battle in middle really does, and we're going to be seeing what Pleaser can do. Nothing, but fortunately his teammates are doing all the work. Jays, Azox, all turning up in the kill feed. As you have to worry that gap is continuing to close. Finally, his contestation comes in, but immediately it's shut down. Gets him, takes down Veziok, and again, we are going to be seeing Pulse seem to hold for the most part. I can see 4 members closing in and pincering in from the LDLC boys.
Yeah, I love this play here. Pleaser's watching the back. They have the control. Heatwave's going to come in, and Zyla's going to be the one to break that. Still alive. He's contesting, going to pick up a second, and Tony picking up that 3rd as well. Surely this is it for LDLC.
This does spell trouble, but look at this. Azok's not going down without a fight. Charges in. He isn't going to be able to break through, though. As you can see, Tony's holding fast. 2-4-2 and growing. This could very well be the 250. They're charging in. They're throwing all their bodies in, and Getsum's greeting them with a smile and a kill. As that's going to be 2. Xerox gets 1, and that, my friends, is game 1. 250 to 163. LDLC pick up the win.
Yeah, really well played towards the end. I mean, they started strong, Pulse. They had that good start. They just kind of couldn't keep up the momentum through the whole of the game. And for me, it shows potential, but it also shows a little bit of lack of composure. And that's where kind of the experience of your Zylas, your Getsums,
have you not seen Star Wars, dude? Jesus.
I am not a Star Wars
Your brother
fan.
would not be proud.
Oh, no,
Anyway, we're going into this one. Zyla's got the Protect straight on the Vesper. It was taken away from him before, and he was forced to ban away the VMP. But this time, he's like, this weapon is mine, and he secures it.
Yeah, and M8 protected. Once again, that's the 2nd time, both times from Tony as well. So definitely some M8 versus Vesper wars. May see a sniper on this map as well. But you're not going to see any overkill combos. Azox takes that right away.
I mean, how scary would a Vesper and an SVG on the back of some of these individuals? That would be definitely very, very scary. Xerox removing Overdrive. Now, he's always I've always considered him as a very kind of fast-paced player, but he's not interested in seeing that in the hands of his opponents. Yeah,
Overdrive on this, you can really do some damage with it, because if you're on attack, if you want to get to that B-bomb site quicker than anyone, you can get behind it pretty much as they enter, their B defensive building. And we see active camo go as well. Veziok taking that away. We've seen a couple of specialists on both maps so far, so obviously something these guys have maybe playing with the last week, not found useful, or even been a bit too much for them to handle. So Xerox and Veziok taking them away. We're going to see Pleaser and Getsum pick those last two.
Well, let's kind of keep our eyes locked on one individual. Xerox is going to be my man to watch in this one, considering he has a lot of the team's plants. In Search and Destroy, historically, he has 6 plants, and the next highest in that team is going to be Tony on 2. So, I mean, he's definitely been the man responsible for getting that bomb down in Search and Destroy, and that's a big part of Redwood. Like, if you can get that bomb down early, there's a lot of angles you can hold it from, and that's something that's always interesting to me. You can just be a thrust away from having eyes on the bomb.
That's it. And there's so many kind of wall runs and rocks you can kind of go along just to get back into the action if you are set back a little bit. Strays away, though. Specialist drafts. We see Psychosis. I'm enjoying this. I wanted to see it. And it looks like Jays and Tony are going to take that as Xyla chooses Kinetic Armor.
Now, this is something we usually see a whole lot more on your uplinks and your capture the flags, but it's making an appearance in Search and Destroy. And what does that kind of make you think? Because, I mean, you're only going to get that once, or if he's really having a great day, twice. Yeah,
Kinetic Armor. It takes a little bit longer to charge up. However, overclock hasn't been taken away this game.
True, true.
But if you're... I can see Xyla using the Kinetic Armor when he's pushing B, he's planted the bomb, and he's just kind of sat waiting, you know, that clock's ticking away.
At that kind of power position on the bomb itself.
Yeah. Or even he might, you know, just as an aggressive to use it and push into the building. It really, you know, just takes the opposition by surprise. And generally, I mean, there's no statistic on it, but how rarely do we see someone use Kinetic Armor and then just die straight away?
It's rare. It certainly is rare. And usually, actually, the most likely scenario when you do like kind of waste Kinetic Armor is when you run into a sidearm and that RK5, one of those bullets hits the head. Yeah. Like, that's how you can really kind of get blown away. But at the moment, we are going to be seeing a mirror matchup. It's going to be the same old. Jays on Psychosis, Azox on Heatwave, Veziok bringing in Glitch, and Pleaser responding to Xyla's pick, picking up Kinetic Armor for himself. Of course, that was Pulse. And for LDLC.
Yeah, LDLC, I'm just actually looking at those 3 green ticks. They've got a minute left on the clock, and they're actually all ready to go. But LDLC...
Remember, they did protect both the Vesper and the M8, so they probably had those... They're like, right, we've got what we wanted, boys, here we go.
Don't change your classes, we're ready to go. But running through that roster, we have the duo that is Xyla and Xerox, of course, accompanied by Tony and Getsum. They're going to obviously have, like a mirror match, like you said, the same specialist. So it's all even Stevens, as we like to say. But as 20 seconds tick down, Pulse needs to change these classes. They need to get ready. For me, LDLC, though, being kind of ready so early, almost they feel comfortable in what they've got. They're happy with the specialist draft. They're happy with the protect and ban. But...
Does it not make it, because they're not raising an eyebrow that H6D slipped through when we saw it actually get banned away in Hardpoint? Like, I feel like they're almost, the ban should have been in Search and Destroy, not Hardpoint.
I'd agree, because we see this HCXD in Search and Destroy more than ever.
It's so influential.
Yeah, and you can you know, just use it to scout, you can use it to pick up a kill, you can use it just to defend a whole bomb site if you like. So there's so many different uses for it, but of course Flak Jacket is still available. So, you know, that kind of nullifies the HCXD to a certain extent. But for me...
But, I mean, I know it nullifies it, but I don't think it can be forgotten just how amazing it can be for gathering information.
Yeah, like a scout. Yeah, it's crazy. So good.
Maybe even in the same vein as a dart. If a really good dart pilot could get up high and make the call, like, that's our UAV, basically, a really kind of a manned UAV.
Yeah, as long as you're a good pilot. I mean, we saw Mad Cat use it in week 2, I think it was. Have to say, Mad Cat, hope you've been practicing your flight simulators, because that wasn't the best. You know, we saw him crash and burn, shall we say.
Indeed we did.
But he still won the game, you know, for himself. He still won that, nevertheless. But for
I'm excited, Momo.
I mean, Redwood excites me because we do see these crazy plays. And let's hope we don't jinx it. Talking of, talking of jinx, let's jump on board with Jays. Makes no sense at all.
I'll take it, bro. Okay, here we go. So it's going to be then the boys from Pulse on the attack to start things off. And let's see where they do choose to take it. You said we're going to be seeing a high likelihood of a B push, and so far we're going to be seeing something like that materialize. Looking to hold this initial push. He's not going to catch him. Surely not. Oh, no, there was a man right in his crosshair. Jays did manage to catch Getsum then. Getsum was on the way around. He's getting pressured again. Very aggressive defense from LDLC. What is this? They're right up in their grill. He's going to catch him, though. Jays with the second of the round. So far, he's got all of the kills that Pulse have occurred, and now 60 seconds on the clock. And we have to see where that bomb's going to go. It is, of course, in the hands of Jays. And he looks to actually be setting his sights on A.
Yeah, for me, Xerox went straight through mid-map for LDLC. He picked up 2 early kills, and he just kind of pushed them back. They had no other option. We're going to see Jays actually take damage. He's a 2 versus 1 at the moment, and Azox is going to take him down. This leaves Zyler in a really tough position. And you can see here, he knows that the bomb will be going down, and he's got the SVG, though. Can he just peek this?
Oh, that's a shot you have to hit. Azox finds it, and he babysits Jays beautifully. The deadly duo then, Azox and Jays, responsible for all of the necessary kills. Azox with his M8, and Jays actually finding one with his sidearm as well. But, I mean, he walked straight into the crosshair. If that shot had hit, it could have been a very different story. Instead, though, we do see the first round go to Pulse on the offense. And you know what? After such a solid start from LDLC, it's great to see them stabilize.
Yeah, and I saw LDLC. It was Xerox who just kind of smashed right through middle.
Yeah.
And
two quick ones.
Yeah, and he picked up 2 kills, and I thought that's game over. But they answered back. They kept composure. And eating my own words here, they're going for a strong A push. Look at the map.
Oh my
Look
God.
How this is a great play from LDLC.
Yeah, but you have to worry because Pulse are going to gather information fast, and they're going to be like, clear, 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 clear. Guys, it's an A, and now here comes the swarm. They have to be watching their back. Whose job is that? It's going to be Jay's. Excuse me, Tony, who's going to be holding this one. He's going to come into contact with the lot. Oh, his positioning could not be better. He's going to catch one here on the wall, and he catches a glimpse. Needs to take him down quickly. Now he needs to check his corners. He's getting pressure from all different directions. It looks like Jay's has laid his own life on the line to pick that one up. And now with the bomb down, LDLC just have to hold for 30 more seconds.
Yeah, the one thing I'm not too sure about here is Versiok and Pleaser. They've separated. They have the number disadvantage, and we're going to see LDLC lock this down. Let's go on board with Pleaser. He's a little bit closer. He's going to pick up 1. 2v2.
There's a player on that bomb. It's such a tough position to break, but looks like he's going to go aggressive. What on earth? Xerox taking a risk, and he is going to... I thought he fell to his death there. I'm pretty sure he did indeed.
He did, yes.
And now it's a 1v1. Versiok versus Getson, but I do think time is going to be on their side. He can run out. He can do whatever he wants because that bomb is not going to be defused. But Pulse are going to... Oh, it's a suicidal Versiok. He's gone. He's out of there. It's 1-1.
Would have liked him to play for his score streak. Not sure why he didn't. He'll obviously lose that. Bit of a silly play, but nevertheless... See Xerox here, taking down that final kill. Really don't understand why he did that.
Watch him fly out. Like, it just feels like mad. You know what it is? It's kind of like crazy. It's, well, so far we've just seen loads of Frenchmen falling out of trees. But...
Not something you see every Tuesday.
No. Well, welcome to the Call of Duty World League, man. But this is definitely something to keep an eye on because it does feel like these guys are playing a little crazy. And I think part of that is because they're against their French rivals. This is like we want to surprise them. They know what we do, so let's do something different.
Yeah. And... looks like we're going back to basics. They're pushing B. You're going to see a water fight here. Xerox is going to be the one who comes out on top.
That's the bomb loose, and actually Xerox, he didn't have to push out. He just walked straight into Pleaser with his Man O' War. Of course, not forgetting Rapid Fire is banned, but still going to be throwing that one into the mix. And with 60 seconds left, he needs to see a bit of a bomb retrieval mission. They know that they're going to be committing towards B. I do see a player. Who is that from LDLC wrapping around? Because Getson could cause damage here.
Yeah, I'm going to jump on board with him. Oh, he's got to have seen him. Shots in the back. Oh, my goodness. He's getting out of there, and he's getting out there for a very good reason, because that was shaky.
He had 42 bullets in that magazine. He ended that kill with 2.
It's a good job he had extended mags on. It really is, because if not, we could have seen a turn on. But look at the split. Pleaser on his own here at B. I don't like how Pulse just split up in Search and Destroy.
Hold on a second, though. I don't know if they're expecting this pushing straight through window. I wasn't expecting that. And Zyler, fortunately, quick enough on the trigger. Now the bomb's loose. They've just fed it to the Sharks. And LDLC just have to sit and watch that clock go down. Now they're on the hunt, though. They want Azox down and out. He isn't going to be able to make any impact in the round. And Zyler finds himself his second. As do LDLC, 2-1.
Yeah, Pulse... When you're down, when the number disadvantage is there, you've got to stick together because you've got to, almost just push one player as a team, get back into the game. Splitting up like that, if you don't make the play yourself, you're leaving your teammate in a 1v3, and we know how that usually ends. So, for me, I want to see Pulse regroup a little bit more, and talking of Pulse, let's flick on board with the opposing team, LDLC. It's going to be Xerox getting 4 kills. He's playing the aggressive here. 42 bullets in.
Wow, look at this. This is speedy. This is very, very fast. Jays is going to be the first to draw blood, but looks like LDLC are quick to respond. And this has kind of gone to poo fast. It's just Tony and Xerox. And what on earth was that?
That's a flashbang coming in for sure. Pulse actually getting the number advantage this time. Nice to see for once. Jays is actually pushed up to a really good position. He's in the bunker. And he is pushing around. I'm going to go on board with him. Even though he's on the defense, Just want to see if he can. He's watching that cross.
He could actually make the call as well. If he does catch a glimpse on the cross, he doesn't need necessarily to go for the kill. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. He could catch the one behind. That's going to be the bomb. If he gets this kill, all good in the hood. Doesn't manage to find the final bullet. Taking a leaf out as his compadre gets some book, and he's going to go down. This is going to be a real tough one because they can turn tail and run. I think they're going to do that. They're rotating now off the back of that kill. Yeah,
they are, but I think Pulse are aware of that, and Police is going to make the move as well. He's going back over to B. I'm going to go back on board with the attacking team. Let's see if they can get this bomb down.
Yeah, I mean, it's not guaranteed. That's for certain. 23 seconds. He needs to be seeing that bomb go in any second now. Tony's going to be the one babysitting. Oh, he's not going to connect the bullets either. Pleaser with one. How has he got away so far? He did have Heat Wave. That was the perfect time to use it. But instead, he goes down and Pulse find themselves their second. But these rounds, they're making me blush. They're very unusual.
I'm a bit confused when I'm watching them, and I really don't know why. Whether they're trying to switch things up because they scrim each other so much, I'm not sure. I would have loved to have seen the Heat Wave, but it would have taken a lot of quick reactions. Easy for me to say behind the desk here. When you're in the action, it's a lot different story. But Veziok getting that final kill here, sliding with that M8. Very standard to kind of see this M8 Vesper war. Would like to see a little bit more sniper gameplay, but we've still got time.
And you know what? Still, what's very interesting is quite recently I was watching Crimsix talk about his rating on the assault rifles over in North America, and he was saying, you know, straight after the M8 is the Shiva. We don't see that in Europe, and maybe, just maybe, as time passes, we could see more and more players from the European side of things start to find favor with that weapon. So far, though, Veziok's about to bring that bomb straight to B, and there's only one man to receive him. Could the bomb go down completely uncontested?
I mean, this is something where, this is how I thought most rounds would play out. When I said about this strong B push, you see this kind of defense set up in this build, and the bomb usually goes down, and then it turns into a brawl. Zyla's going to make the first pick, though, as Jace falls.
He's going to do here. He's charging straight on through the floor. Veziok does challenge out. Zyla goes down. Why go aggressive with the bomb down? That's the question his teammates very well may be asking. But Pulse, they still have the level playing field. For now, Xerox goes down. He's going to get challenged from the side, though. And Pulse, they have the numbers now. It's all on to Tony with just 24 seconds left. Veziok gets it. And it is a battlefield. It's a brawl here in Redwood.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just kind of keeping up with such fast gameplay. These Vespers going off all the time. But Veziok there picking up 2 on the final kill cam. Yeah, really good play from him. Getting his team back in the game as well. You know, it's good to see Pulse. Can this be the first map that they take away? This could be the first map win of the tournament. The whole league.
You're absolutely right. They have so far been struggling to get off the starting mark in 1,000 different ways. This could be it. This could be just what the doctor ordered, but of course that is a whole lot of speculation for 3-2. First to 6 is what we're looking for. And Getsim's going aggressive with the bomb again. This is exactly what you expected, but this time there's a challenge. 2 players there. Xerox needs to keep his teammates safe as that bomb will be going in and going in easy. Zyla onto Jace, and now LDLC have just kind of responded saying, okay, Pulse, we know that works. Now we're going to do it. And now they have 40 seconds to try and keep this one safe. Getsim finds Plays' head, and that's really all you need to do at this point.
Yeah, has glitch available. He isn't going to use it, though, because he's in such a good power position. I said that these B-bombs would be pushed a lot more, and it seems like they've found their rhythm now. 1 versus 4. What can Veziok do? Surely he's just going to play 3 streaks here. 50 away, I believe, from that Hellstorm.
Yeah.
He wants them to push him.
I mean, he just needs that one kill. One person needs to walk into his crosshair, and he's just going to be waiting on either side. I think someone might very well be providing it. That's the kill he needs. Zyla gives it to him. We've got a Hellstorm available for that next round, or for whenever he chooses to bring that one into the fray. He can go down. He can die happy, and he will do. 3-3.
Yeah, 3-3 level here in this Search and Destroy, but Hellstorm, such a big game changer there as well. Does have the dart, and we shouldn't underestimate that. If you're good with the dart, you know, you can pick up 2 easy kills per round. I mean, obviously it has those 3 rockets attached to it, plus that suicidal aspect as well. You can just fire it straight into them. 3-3 though, round number 7.
Okay. Back to a level playing field, and we are going to be seeing then the boys from Pulse on the attack. They have Psychosis available, they have Hellstorm, they have Dart. Maybe get that bomb down and hold it with the Dart. That could be something, that could be a stylish way to make these plays, but instead, doesn't look like we're going to be seeing a very kind of neutral start. I say that's from the attack. Look at the defense. The B players, they've kind of got some information. It was Getsim and Xerox, and Zyla's the one to watch because he's pushed straight on behind enemy lines and he's waiting. I love the patience he's displaying here, and he's just surrounded by enemies. Yeah,
surrounded by enemies, but if he can just hold this corner, I mean, on the opposing team, it's Veziok who's watching the flank. Oh, we see one.
Now, is he? Okay, he's going to guarantee take that one now. Takes out Azox, but he's going to get a challenge. Oh, if he'd have found it, no. Veziok responds, and he needed to. Effective work from him then with the M8. Switches out to the Vesper. As we're going to be seeing this final 45 seconds on the clock, and the bomb does look like it's rotating towards the A site.
Again, I'm looking at this minimap. Look how split up Pulse are. They don't seem to be working or pushing together, and I don't want to jinx at the moment, but Search and Destroy is all about teamwork, and for me, going in single file really, really doesn't come off well, and he's going to go in, not going to be able to pick up a kill. Getsum's going to shut him down, and as well, Tesiok and Jays, they need to work this B-bomb site together. They need to work as a team.
I love that angle.
Oh!
It's a beautiful angle being held by Xerox. He's going to just guarantee himself that one. Get some pockets another with his Vesper. But Xerox, I was wondering what the counterplay is to holding that horribly tight angle, but he just holds it passive in the corner and picks himself up an easy one.
Yeah, I can't believe you didn't see him. I mean, again, very easy for us to see when we've got the X-ray vision. His arm was poking out, but, you know, you're probably so focused on that entrance and them coming around from the left-hand side. Maybe missed that one, but 4-3. Now in favor of LDLC. Could this be slipping away?
And the beauty of holding an angle like that is, from now on, he's going to be paranoid. Every single time he pushes in, that's a corner he will check. Yes. It does mean it always makes the other angles even easier to hold. This is what we were talking about, though, in terms of team effort. Let's see what LDLC can do here, as we are going to be seeing them push on in. I can see one man retreating. Pulse is going to make the call, like, guys, I think the bomb's going to be going down fast. And we're going to be seeing the digits punched in immediately, but the rotate's in.
Oh, Hellstorm's just been used as well. Doesn't pick anyone. Zero's going to get one kill. Is Tony going to use this psychosis? 3 versus 3. Tony, Xyla, and Xerox have to defend this bomb site. Is it going down? I think it's still going down. Yeah, bomb has been planted.
Okay, took their time with that one. Just clearing out the area, clearing out the corners. Now the LDLC are going to be challenged. Tony does manage to find that onto Jays, appreciating just how bulletproof that bomb is, as he's going to be hitting the deck, and now it falls to Pleaser. Great movement from him as he's going to be evading the angle. Pleaser's in trouble from the side, though. Xyla just laughs it off, and that will be LDLC's 5th. Pulse, they looked good. They managed to get that 3-2, and so far it's been 3 consecutive rounds for LDLC.
Yeah, exactly what they needed. Again, you know, Pulse showing potential early start of the game and then just kind of losing composure. 3 rounds back-to-back is not the way you want to be going, especially when you haven't picked up a map in the league at the moment against your French, you know, almost rivals, if you like. You know, these guys know each other like the back of the hand.
Yeah, both came through the online qualifiers as well. Both, you know, got here the same route, and already we're going to be seeing a whole lot of growth from LDLC. Pulse needs to do the same.
Oh, wow, look at the aggressive play from LDLC.
They're walking straight into the crosshairs of Azox. Fortunately, he only had an SMG, and that's going to mean they are going to be like, nice movement from Azox. Going to get challenged out by the HCXD, though. Xerox was the man behind the magic as he picked that one up. Don't forget the dart is still available.
Oh, who is it? Come on, Phil.
Going to be seeing the dart in the bottom, then Getsum gets that one. And that's going to be a 3-for-1, just as Xerox remains for LDLC, as Pulse have managed to make this one happen. Getsum is going to be really kicking himself as the dart was in motion. And now it does look like the bomb's rotating away. Xerox is in the kind of right position for this, but with 45 seconds left, he's going to be surging through middle, and I like this. He could come right behind them.
Yeah, now 1 versus 2. Getsum obviously was still alive in that HC car. The backs have just been turned at the wrong time. He has this heat wave. This could be a huge play. This could be a game change. This could be a winning moment right now for Xerox.
That's going to be the bomb down. One more player to find. He's going to connect it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's 6, and LDLC take 2-0.
And Xerox there clutching up. It was a 1 versus 2 after Getsum managed to pick up 1 with a HCXD car, but 3, in fact, no, 4 rounds back-to-back from the boys on LDLC. Are we going to see another 3-0?
Can they do it again? But that's later. Now we have to talk about LDLC versus Pulse, and could this very well be a 0... wait, hang on a second. They've lost 4 maps already. This could be another 3 on top of that.
Yeah, I mean, they're on 0-12 right now. This could be 0 map wins, 15 losses.
Wow.
And I don't want to dwell on it too much. I'm going to stop drilling on about it, but Pulse... If you know, the fans listening to you guys, I'm sure there's some Pulse fans out there. Get behind your squad. Yeah. Give them the motivation. They need it right now. Pleaser, new member, he has been one to watch for me. He's actually performed really well. And I think in the hard point especially, he was one to look at. But let's not miss too much on these ban and protects. Vesper's taken away. M8 still in the game, third game running, overdrive away. Rapid fire VMP, high caliber and overclock. The one for me is VMP and Vesper. It's gonna maybe turn into a CUDA kind of game,
CUDA
Pharaoh.
Battle. Yeah, CUDA or the Pharaoh. I mean, rapid fire taken away. Usually you see the Pharaoh fall out of flavor.
True, very true.
So you have to remember that one. But CUDA definitely will be making an appearance for sure. With the Vesper and the VMP taken away. But what's interesting to me is no flashbangs, just the smoke screen taken away. So flashbang and concussion are available, and we're probably going to be seeing that maybe chosen over something like your blast suppressor or something along it, that kind of perk vein instead. Though Xerox and Getsum have made their picks for LDLC. We're going to be seeing Active Camo and Annihilator. Tempest rounding that one out, and we see what Xyla brings in a little later. So far, though, looking a bit different. I mean, Active Camo, always so influential on uplink.
Active Camo is a key. You can make some really sneaky plays. I always say uplink is an ability kind of specialist where you want to put your weapons away. But Tempest and Annihilator on LDLC, and also same goes for Pulse, Tempest and Annihilator either side. So for me, once again, pretty level playing field here. The guys know what they need to do. It's all about going into this, having an open mind, forgetting those last 2 maps for Pulse, and playing just this one game.
Kinetic armor wasn't banned, and it hasn't been picked up. That is a huge surprise to me.
See, kinetic armor, I would choose that 10 times over something like the Annihilator.
Yeah.
If I was Pulse especially, basically you need to win this game. You want to be solidifying yourself a victory. You don't want to be just pulling out a weapon which may come in use. That kinetic armor is going to come in useful.
It's so surprising.
100%.
I mean, you see it across, over in Australia, you see it in America. Whenever kinetic armor is available, that will be there for uplink. And we are going to be seeing that not picked up by either of these guys. So, a lot of kind of question marks surrounding these two teams during this game. We saw that crazy Search and Destroy game where the rounds just felt kind of incoherent. And now we're going to be going into this one. Let's see if LDLC can make it 3-0 and if Pulse are going to fall again. Currently sitting at 0-4. There's a reminder for you guys that they haven't managed to pick up a win nor a map win. Could they make it happen on uplink?
I'm just thinking about LDLC, actually. I mean, if they do win this one, I think that's 2 or 3 back-to-back. In fact, it is 3. They won 2 last week, both against their French.
That's right. It was Pulse and Vitality they beat.
Yeah. If they take their Pulse win today, going into, play day number 6, technically, tomorrow, they've got 3 wins back-to-back and, for themselves, 6 maps back-to-backs potentially if they take this one. But ones to watch for me, looking at LDLC, you're going to be watching Xerox. He's going to be an aggressive player, sneaky plays with that active camo. And again, flip side, Pleaser with the active camo. He's going to be getting in the face of LDLC, really trying to put them down and push them back. Don't give them another 3-0 easy win.
Well, we're finding out. I mean, yeah, I think the Annihilators are going to have a lot of pressure on them. Azox and Getson bringing it on either side because there's something that we're not so sold on. We don't quite see the power of Annihilator over on uplink. Perhaps, it shreds through the armor of the drone carrier. Maybe that's the way you're seeing it. But that's the only way I can kind of sell it. For now, though, let's talk about Fringe uplink.
Fringe uplink. Definitely a fun game. Score limit is unlimited. Obviously, there's no cap on that. There's 5 minutes on the clock, and your respawn delay, should I say, is 5 seconds. That's definitely an important factor here in uplink, especially you can really leave some lanes open if you want to lose your gunfights. Let's go on board. I'm going to go on board with the boys from Pulse. My man, Pleaser, he's using the CUDA. He wants to change it right here.
Long barrel, grip, and quick draw. Very kind of easy to predict attachments thrown onto that SMG. He's going fast, sliding along towards trains. He's expecting to come into contact with one very quickly. Look at that. Xerox was not expecting such a quick positioning from the Pulse player. Jay's found one as well with his M8. There's another player to find. Oh, he's going for that kind of mid-range. That's where the long barrel you would hope would stabilize, but not going to be happening. Instead, though, he's on the hunt in barn. Finds one as he dives out the window for another. Look at Pleaser go. There's a reason we said he's one to watch. He's already done damage. Those 5-second spawn timers are going to be causing havoc, as we are yet to see. I was about to say the drone being picked up, but it has been scooped up and thrown away by Zyla.
Yeah, not too far, only a couple of feet. We see this drone in this dangerous position between barn and train. Oh, what? Look at the elevation he's got on that. And assist goes up for Pleaser. Vezziot gonna get this one, and Pleaser's actually the man with the drone. Oh, Zyla's just answered back with a huge 2-piece.
Yeah, very, very strong play from Zyla, and he looked to be lining it up. Then this is one we've seen before. It should be the 1-pointer if he got it right. That says 9.
Could have we seen maybe an incorrect rule here?
I think we very well could have. That says 9-0.
Yeah.
And we're out of there.
I think someone has set throws to 9 points. I mean, that would be a bit different. We could see some 72 game differences.
He's going for the 9.